Good morning. Yeah, I'm sorry this one's coming a bit late because well, I recorded two yesterday and I forgot to hit the record and didn't have time to finish. So we're doing a different one and it's not going to be the one I was going to do. So it's going to get spicy. Grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? Can I even hit the right button? No, I cannot. Yeah, so, anyway, yeah, we're talking about Hogwarts again, because that's what I said I was going to do, and we are going to do it, because it has turned into an absolute war zone, and I am so tired of these bullies running around trying to tell people what they can and can't enjoy under the guise of they're trying to help people or they're being some kind of ally or something, when in reality, all they want to do is control you. If anyone has told you lately that you cannot enjoy Hogwarts Legacy, all right, if you're one of the people who like Hogwarts and you've been told you can't enjoy that property because insert X phobia here or whatever, they're trying to control you. They literally are. They have nothing but trying to control you, and that's about it. That's all they're interested in. They don't really give a damn about this, that, or the other, and it drives me insane watching these people. And then seeing people follow them around like they are actually trying to do something, when in reality, they're not. They just want your money, and that's it. You know, they're propping themselves up. But anyway, so here we are. Yesterday we talked about the reviews. They were pretty glowing across the board. I was really surprised about the IGN one. And of course, more information has come out because it immediately erupted into a war zone as this game came out. But apparently Hogwarts Legacy does not deserve to be reviewed on its own merits. And this right here, see this title? My mouse even be seen? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought my mouse was seeable. Anyway, you see this right here? This is a reason why Gamergate was ever a thing, right? Because reviews weren't being done on the merits of the games. Things and stuff like that were not. They were being disingenuous. They were being reviewed on things that had nothing to do with the game. It's like there was a whole point in time where a game or something would come out and you would get like a small paragraph about the game itself, and then the rest of the 8 or 12 or however many paragraphs there were all about Trump or some other, you know, month of the time issue that was going on, and that's all it was a social critique on whatever was what was happening at that point in time, and it drove me nuts, and it drove a lot of other people nuts too. And this, of course, was continuing even after Gamergate was a thing, and you know, people had enough of it at that point, and why games media is dying for the most part. You don't get people who can actually give you the thing. Anyway, there are other people out there. There are brave people out there, actually legitimately brave people, because these bullies, these cry bullies on Twitter and stuff will absolutely come for you, who are, you know, have had enough, and they're like, you know, why I'm reviewing Hogwarts Legacy, it's our world, not hers, regardless of how they're trying to, you know, yeah, make it so they can go ahead and they can review this, play the game, and enjoy the game. You know, it's whatever, you know, enjoy the game. But yeah, you know, that was actually part of my entire video that was supposed to be out today, was telling people to stop being idiots. Because, you know, JK is so far removed from this particular thing and the property as a whole, I think, at this point, that it doesn't really matter. You know, her words are not hurting anybody. Her words are not harming anybody. Sure, they may make somebody feel sad or whatnot, but they don't have to listen to her. They can block her. They can mute her. All the tools are available, so you don't have to see what you don't want to see. And it is time for you to take responsibility over your own life and make sure that happens, right? But anyway, it is a war zone, but Hogwarts Legacy is topping the charts right now. It is absolutely a buzz. Dark and darker, huh? Anyway, so we're looking at about 596k viewers right now. And people are absolutely enjoying it. And thing about the IGN thing, you know, they are currently also railing against IGN because IGN's glowing, or not really glowing review, but it was a good review about the mechanics of the game. And I'm going to paraphrase because I did not bring this guy's stuff up to read verbatim. Oh gosh. But essentially, you know, he was like, I wanted to review the fun parts of the game, you know, the actual game itself, and leave out all the social commentary and all that other stuff because it has no business being in the game, which of course all those other journalists out there majorly disagree with that, because if you don't have like 15 paragraphs of how JK is an evil, horrible person, is it really a review about Hogwarts Legacy? At that point, according to, you know, those journalists or journalists, whatever you want to call them out there. But yeah, it drives me nuts. These people are just, I hate to say it, but, you know, things would be a lot better if they weren't around. You know, if they would just mute themselves and go off into their little echo chamber just to never be heard from again, just in case somebody was trying, you know, forget it, I already said it, somebody's going to take that and be like, he's trying to tell them they should die. No, I'm telling them to go do their own thing somewhere else and leave the rest of us alone, because seriously, we don't need that. But yeah, they are, of course, in full swing, and they are attacking streamers. We've got one here, which is a clip that I happen to have saw.
I'm almost like thinking of just like either going offline or like.
But this is Girlfriend Reviews,
it's just the conversation is.
And I've never really heard of them before, but that's not, you know, that's normal. You know, there are people you will never hear about who are like infinitely much larger than some of the more larger people you even watch and stuff, because that's just how the internet works. But you know, they were playing Hogwarts Legacy and they were getting railed for it. They were also doing a charity runs for or charity for whatever that one thing is. We talked about it in a previous video about this, where somebody was justifying that, you know, they were going to play the game and then they were going to raise for funds for this charity, which I'm sure this charity is, quite frankly, if you look into it, probably stealing your money, in my opinion, for you know, just using the trans agenda as a what is the word I'm looking for? Brownie points or something? Anyway, they're probably running off with your money and not actually doing anything like most charities do out there. So, you know, you should probably look into it and see where the money actually goes. But I could be wrong. It's just that seems to be the norm when it comes to things like this, as people make charities for it and then they profit from it. And, you know, you just never really know. But it sounds nice when you say you're giving to charity. So
It's just like
the charity itself, not Girlfriend Games. I'm talking about the charity they're raising for.
A little break or something?
you can take a break if you want. I'll just stop talking and I'll just go fight and do the combat. Y'all done did it now.
But yeah, essentially she winds up having to quit playing for a hot minute because the chat is ruthless at bullying people for not, or for doing something you don't want to do. I mean, heck, I'm not huge for Hassan or anything. I'm not like this fan. I barely watch the guy. Actually, I don't think I've ever watched the guy. I've only heard a few clips here and there. But I mean, even he understands.
That's why I wanted to set it up ahead of time.
What is happening?
Yelled at endlessly and relentlessly on my alt account. Like, they were making it seem like I was already transphobic for even thinking about this. And now look at that. The only reason why I'm not playing this game, and I know a bunch of other people are not playing this game, is because we know that it's not worth it to get fucking bullied endlessly and called transphobic endlessly.
Exactly.
Have massive queer communities and audiences. That's it. everybody knows, everybody fucking knows how much leftist motherfuckers love to chirp on the internet. They got no power. All they do is chirp, chirp, chirp. And that's precisely why so many fucking people that would otherwise like play it, maybe even raise money for, charities or whatever. They're not doing it. I knew that this was going to happen. That's why I wanted to say.
Why? Because they're nothing but bullies. They're gonna be bullied by all these people who, have been tricked into thinking that it's some kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? Some kind of holy crusade? Yeah, because that's exactly what it is. They think they're on some kind of holy crusade who have to cut down anyone who might even attempt to look in the direction of Hogwarts Legacy for blasphemy, because they're phobic and this, that, and the other, and somehow because buying the game and supporting the studio that created it, they are now somehow endorsing the views of JK, which is the most acidine thing I continue to hear. Right? Like, the gamers refusing to do reviews and guides for Hogwarts Legacy because they don't want to increase the Harry Potter IP's popularity, and feeling doing so legitimizes J.K. Rowling's view. Right there. Like, no, it doesn't. It's like a Ford commercial that runs on something that you don't like. It isn't Ford endorsing that person and what they say. This is what happened when the adpocalypse happened all those years ago, and then the adpocalypse 2.0 or whatnot, is because some dickwad out there decided to get so upset because he needed something to be upset about, and was like, oh my god, Ford, you're endorsing, all right, something, another trend, oh my god. And it's like, no. They're not. Their ad just runs on it because that's how ads fucking work, you dolt. And then, of course, naturally, everybody else who follows these people are too dumb to understand. And then they just tweet up a storm about it, and then you have an adpocalypse, right? So if you happen to have been one of those people who fall into, following somebody like that who says you have to reject anything Harry Potter because JK is, the creator of it, I want you to hopefully stop. To be totally honest, I want you to stop following them. Get away from them as fast and as far as you can, because they are not worth it. They are negativity in your life that you do not need. Your like for Harry Potter is not going to hurt anybody. It's not going to get anybody killed. It's not going to cause anybody harm or anything else like that, except for this make-believe harm that they have instilled in you, this fear that doesn't actually need to be there for a woman who has said something they don't like. And they have grasped onto this for power, right? And they know you're going to follow them. And you need to not. You need to stop. You need to distance yourself from them, because it's not. It's if you are listen, when it comes to these sort of things, sure, words can hurt you. You can cry. You feel bad about them, blah, blah, blah. I've seen it. I've heard it. I have heard just about everything. I've been called absolutely everything. I've been told, I hope you're going to die. I hope you catch the COVIDs. And I hope this, that, and the other. And your whole family kills over and all this other. I mean, I've been there. I've seen it. Right? So yes, on one hand, you need to grow a thicker skin. It's just the truth. On the other hand, it's the fucking internet and it's randos. What the fuck are they going to absolutely do? Nothing. Block them, mute them, be done with it, right? If you're living anywhere in like the US, the UK, any of those, what you would call a first world country, you don't have to worry about that sort of thing. People are not going to hunt you down in droves. The people who sit there and tell you that if you support Hogwarts Legacy or Harry Potter, JK is killing people, they have instilled this thing in you that makes you think people are going to die, like somebody is out there hunting you down because of who you are, and that's just simply not true. Now, if you lived in, say, the Middle East, That absolutely is true, and you should get the fuck out of Dodge as quickly as possible, because those motherfuckers there, they will kill you. They will throw you off a roof. They will slaughter you. You will die. No joke. It's instilled in their religion and their ideology for you to not be alive. Now, for the rest of the world, though, that's just simply not the case. Well, okay, yeah. China, yeah, that'd be a thing in China. And anyway, point is, in what we would generally refer to as the first world-ish places, you know, most of them anyway, I guess. Yeah, probably North Korea would probably take you out too. Anyway, point is, you know, US, UK, those sort of places, you're fine. You're not going to have somebody knocking down your door going, "Where is she?" or anything like that, trying to come and take you and drag you out and tie you up and run you down the main street behind a vehicle or a horse or anything. No, none of that's going to happen. It's BS. And all these people attacking others for, you know, dare streaming this, they're fucking bullies, and you should not support them. Anyway, that's all I got to say. See ya.